When my friends ask me why I stopped playing For Honor, I usually answer with something like, "Oh, that game's just dead. LOL, it's not fun anymore." Okay, no, I'm fucking with you, I don't even have friends. Well, to explain why I left For Honor and its community, I can't really give you a straightforward answer. It's much more complicated than that. So why don't we start from the beginning, shall we? You see, I don't know for how long you've been watching my videos or if you've even watched my For Honor content. But I originally created my channel to share the edgiest, most 12-year-oldish montages I've ever created. Every weekend I managed to make one even though I was balls deep in homeworks in school. And every time I made one, I was happy as fuck. I managed to get at best something like 20 views and still every single one of those counted. Because I was happy doing that. I mean, I still do get at maximum 40 views, but that's the detail. Although with time, the meta and platform I played on shifted. And you see, For Honor PC is probably the shittiest place you could be on in 2019 and 2020. And probably it's gonna be like that in 2021 as well. And I know I might sound like a boomer saying so, but I want Season 3 For Honor back. I don't care what everyone says about turtling and solo time duels. I miss it. I really miss it. The old fighting style that doesn't solely rely on 50-50s and 400 MS attack. Hell, we even reach 450 MS attack, so you can call even 400 MS outdated. Anyway, at this point my channel's content had shifted a little too. About 20% of my content at this point was montages, with the rest being either normal duels and salt videos. And even so, I didn't really enjoy making them. I mean, I still loved hopping on Vegas, put on some sick tracks and edit the plays. But still, getting those plays themselves wasn't fun anymore. I was building up so much toxicity from the latest safe playstyles that you couldn't beat without 50-50s and best spam, that I wanted to win so hard no matter what. So I started making the type of content I hated the most, salt videos. I thought it wouldn't last long, but unfortunately. Around April and May of 2019, YouTube itself started recommending this video to almost every For Honor player, to the point where since the uploading of it I've gained over 1,000 subscribers. I was happy, but also sad at the same time. I had become famous for exactly what I hated doing, and now my subscribers were not only hoping for this kind of content, they were expecting it. Now, let me get this straight. I think trash talking and just spawning noobs is something that's not just fun, but needed in every video game. But when your channel's content is exclusively focused on portraying toxicity and anger, you're bound to explode with it someday. For me, that explosion happened on December 30th, 2019. The state of For Honor was debatable and meta was dictating the gameplay. Basically, pick something that isn't Lawbringer, Warden or Raider and you will suffer. Now, meta is a recurring phenomenon in every game, but in For Honor, the meta was particularly obligatory and very rigid. Reworks were scarce and mostly disappointing, buffs and nerfs were inexistent and basically never wanted whenever they came around. Fixes were underwhelming and the S-tier pool of heroes never changed for like 2 seasons straight. At this point I understood something. I was pumping out content that I didn't want to. I wasn't even getting paid, yet I still wanted to give people what they wanted, and that made me reach my breaking point. Now, let's talk about today. I've actually tried to come back to For Honor lately at the prospect of making this video. But sadly, the situation hasn't changed. Actually, it's fucking worsened. Seriously, my expectations were fucking low for this game, but to see the first change after months of break be the removal of on-guard break ability on Aramusha's heavy, and the removal of his top heavy on heavy parry punish, I literally already wanted to abandon the game. And personally, the state of all samurais has been shittier and shittier in comparison to every other faction in any time in this game. With the Hitokiri nerfs and the scuffed changes to made to Orochi, let's not talk about Nobushi. Jesus Christ, poor Nobushi players. And oh god, the Shinobi players, I almost forgot those existed since I haven't seen someone playing him in like 2 years and a half. Actually, you know what, let me try it now, let's see how bad it is. Yeah, he's pretty bad. But yeah, some heroes did get pretty good changes, although my mains, and I have fucking 7 of them now, like what Yubi, if I start playing Warden, will you finally nerf him too? My mains didn't and are still not getting any progress forwards, most of them being at max A tier in competitive. This point is already explained well in a video made by Bleach Medicine, and Jesus, if Yubi managed to actually make Bleach Medicine quit For Honor, imagine how shit the situation must be for any Orochi main. I mean, Bleach certainly isn't a random piss-low reputation 8 Orochi main, he was the goddamn pillar of Orochi mains, yet he quit. And let's not talk about the toxicity, man. I understand now, after all this time of clarity, that I didn't upload salt content because it was funny. I uploaded it because it was easy to get, effortless to get, and sure to get more clicks than any other video I could ever make. Now, explain to me, why should someone try hard in fucking duels to get flashy light parry, zone deflects and shit like that, then import it to their video editing software, pick a cool song that if God may want so isn't copyrighted, then carefully edit and time the clips with the beat of the track, add some video effects and then wait for the whole thing to render, when you can just tilt someone out of their mind playing a retarded braindead hero, and then shame them publicly by recording him and making some cuts here and there. See, on my very first days of YouTube, I actually looked up to content creators who used to upload salt and toxic videos like Rockdog. I thought it would be the funniest shit ever to just post people raging like fucking idiots in a video game and becoming famous off of it. But now that it actually happened to me, fuck that shit. Seriously, I hate salt videos. They are the epicenter of unskillfulness, laziness, and unimaginativeness. Unimaginativeness? Well, that. Okay, so up until now we have 2 rants about toxicity in the game and an imbalanced meta. I definitely gotta add something to this or it will literally look like I'm just venting for being shit at the game. I got it. Another thing I want to add before ending this video is how the developers of this game are progressively making this game shittier and shittier with every patch. Before, Warriors Zen used to be a super hyped event for me. I would fucking skip dinner and go straight to the 20-minute countdown and watch the numbers slowly go down one by one without missing a single second. Almost as if the clock would go back in time if I didn't keep it under close watch. Yeah, I was kinda retarded as a kid, don't bother it. And when it actually started, I was welcomed by the best friends of my mid-pre-adolescence. Do you remember these guys? Do you? I bet you're either crying from the nostalgia right now or scratching your head asking who the hell these dudes are. Well, let me shine light on your ignorance. These dudes are Eric Pope and Damien Kieken. Now, these guys were to For Honor what Todd Howard is to Bethesda or Sakurai to Smash Bros. They were the OG hosts of the Warrior Den, and coincidentally, as soon as they left, the game started going into quality freefall. The lack of passion from the current developing team is something that is taking a heavy toll on the community's mentality, to the point where every player has lost faith in the game at least once. To prove this point, you literally just have to go in any type of For Honor YouTuber's comment section and dig hard enough. It's full of people who are genuinely worried about the state of the game because this is their game. They decided to put hours of blood, sweat and tears into this game, and to see all their work go in smoke because of a developer team that doesn't put any regard in player-based war, it's really, really fucking sad. So in conclusion, For Honor is a game with a good intent, but a bad execution. The game is unique, it's pretty fun to play when the matchup is actually balanced, and it's entertaining as hell. There's always something to do, may it be level up a new hero, trying to get steel for a cosmetic, or even just being an idiot with some of your friends in team game modes. But after so many disappointments, no one could ever keep playing this game with a blank expression, expecting the next big update to fix any problem the game has had since beta up until now. Honestly, I don't think the change has to be radical and fast, but mostly slow and gradual, until we end up with a good game overall, I think. Contrary to what you might be thinking right now, I don't actually hate For Honor. In fact, I really love the game. Independently of what it has become, I still think of it as one of the greatest games I've ever played. And it angers me so much when it's regarded as Rainbow Six's retarded cousin or as a shithole full of toxic players, because I know it isn't. I've spent over 900 hours on this game, and that's only on PC. I have probably even more on PS4, and I don't regret a single second of it. Because this game has given me stable friendships, important acquaintances, and, as humble as it is, fame. So yeah, you now know the opinion of someone with 0 hours experience in game design. So see you in the next video, boys.